Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk to you about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to ask you to be Sonny Vocaro. So, who is Sonny Vocaro? So, I just watched the absolutely amazing film Air. It was directed by Ben Affleck. It starred Matt Damon, starred wonderfully Chris Tucker. It starred Jason Bateman. And it also starred Violet Davis. And it is just a phenomenal movie. Just really fantastic. And it tells the story of how the Air Jordan came to America, right? And consequently the world. That, by the way, if you're not sure, if you don't know, that's how the world works. It comes to America and then it goes to the world, right? We are the gate for everything that awesome. For 99% of all things that are awesome in the world, America is the gate. We create it, the rest of the world consumes it, right? And honestly, I am an American exceptionalist. I want the world to catch up. The world has caught up in one area. South Korea has fully surpassed America in dancing and choreography. So there are areas where America gets beat, but right now, choreography and dancing is the only one, right? We just proved to the whole world during the Great Pandemic that we're the best in that our medical system is the best in the world, bar none. We created the things that were needed to take everybody through a 100-year plague, right? And I think maybe in one or two other nations, like the rest of the world, did not create more of what was needed than America alone. Pretty incredible, right? When it came to innovation and actual solutions, not just iteration of building a few things. Physical, right? So Sonny Vaccaro, what he was able to do, it is truly astounding. If you watch the film, so what he did was he created a $4 billion a year industry on that one shoe. Air Jordan is $4 billion a year to Nike, and there is speculation that Michael Jordan, for the vast majority, since the Air Jordan 1 came out, has made $400 million a year. Right? And that has set a bar for every athlete on the planet. And so the Air Jordan shoe has truly changed the world, right? It has become part of many people's identities. It has proven that a single shoe can tell a story. And and colorways have become a unique and special language, right? So the sneakerheads fully understand and fully accept that one man can change the world. Sonny Vaccaro changed the world, right? The sneakerhead culture does not question for 1 second that they have power and they have the ability to change the world. They've already changed the world, and they will continue to change the world. The D&D community is so far behind the sneakerhead culture, it makes me weep. We have not, as a community, understood that we have the person with more secular wisdom than has ever happened. Gary Gygax is the most secularly wise human who has ever lived, but we don't champion him as such. Like, we're divided as a community on what he accomplished and what Dungeons & Dragons actually is. I say it's a tool. I say it's the most powerful secular tool ever created to completely transform how humans interact with identity, narrative, and language. And it leaves behind in the dust every shaman who was ever born, every big and small screen writer who was ever born, Shakespeare. Every storyteller is now antiquated compared to every dungeon master who sits down on Friday and literally controls in their hands the human evolution, our next step of human evolution. It's what's at stake, right? And so in order for the D&D community to take its place and say one man can change the world, Gary Gygax will change the world. He did it while he was alive. He's going to continue to do it while he's dead. The D&D community has to do what Sonny Vaccaro did. So what did Sonny Vaccaro do? He just saw the truth, right? He saw that Michael Jordan was not a good basketball player, not a great basketball player, that he was the best athlete who ever lived in all of human history and is the best athlete who will ever live on this planet throughout all time, right? And he bet everything, right? He defied his boss He defied everybody in the industry. He broke every rule. He broke every single rule, right? And he shattered those rules for everybody going forward, right? And by doing that, he one man changed the world. One man changed the world. Now, I need you to be a Sonny Vaccaro. I need you to see Dungeons and Dragons for what it is, right? To see Gary for what he was. Gary was the greatest philosopher who ever wrote a word down, whoever spoke, right? He created Dungeons and Dragons to give us a new relationship with identity, narrative, and language. And if every single person in the D&D community accepts Gary Gygax as the champion of future human evolution, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually, then we become more powerful than the sneakerhead community. We take the power we already are. We have the power now. We leave it on the table and we don't use it. We don't accept it. We don't wield it. I'm asking you to be Sonny Vaccaro. I'm asking you to see what Gary Gygax actually did. Please, please consider this. The stakes are very high. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.